viewers, with the killing of Yahya Sinwar, the Hamas leader, several countries have put in their reaction, with US leading the front. President Joe Biden compared the killing of Yahya Sinwar with that of Osama bin Laden and said how the killing is a significant moment in Israel's fight and the fight of the world against terrorism. Let's listen into some of the reactions coming in from the United States and the Pentagon in this package we have for you up next.
In a war that has already claimed thousands of lives, the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar could be a turning point. Israeli Defense Forces confirmed that Sinwar was killed in an operation in Gaza Strip, a development that President Biden has celebrated.
Good day for the world. I'm so pleased here now to congratulate him getting Sinwar. He had a lot of blood in his hands. American blood, Israeli blood, and others.
While the Pentagon has distanced itself from the operation, emphasizing no direct U.S. involvement.
So my understanding, Oren, is that, the short answer is no, this was an Israeli operation. U.S. forces were not directly involved. Again, as we've highlighted, we've had a small number of special operations forces that have been advising the Israelis on hostage recovery efforts. And again, as the president's statement highlighted, that included working side by side with their Israeli counterparts to help locate and track Sinwar and other Hamas leaders hiding in Gaza who've been holding people, to include Americans, hostage since October 7 last year.
Despite the lack of direct involvement, U.S. officials are expressing cautious optimism that this moment could facilitate progress in the ongoing ceasefire talks.
Yeah, so I, as I'm sure you can appreciate, not going to be able to discuss specific intelligence. As you highlight, and as the president's statement highlighted, we have had special operations forces and intelligence personnel supporting Israel's hostage recovery efforts, advising on their hostage recovery efforts since shortly after October 7. And so in that regard, by providing them this information, the Israelis have been able to go after and look for hostages, as well as find those who have been holding them hostage, to include Sinwar.
In a call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, President Joe Biden underscored the need to move towards a ceasefire and secure the release of hostages.
I told him that we were really pleased with his actions, and further that now's the time to move on. Move toward a ceasefire in Gaza, ensure that we move in the direction that we're going to be in a position to make things better for the whole world. It's time for this war to end and bring these hostages home. So that's what we're ready to do. That's what we're going to do. And I'm sending Tony Blinken to Israel. I guess he's going in 4 days. 4 or 5 days. And he's going. I talked with Stevie about that. We're going to work out what is the day after now. How do we secure Gaza, move on?
The U.S. administration is looking for ways to foster stability in the Gaza Strip while maintaining its support for Israel's right to defend itself. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is set to visit Israel soon to discuss the future and potential pathways towards peace in the region. Will the death of Sinwar truly pave the way for a ceasefire, or will it ignite further conflict in an already fractured region?
Viewers, the man who killed the most number of Jews in a single day since Holocaust is dead. The Israeli Defense Forces, however, say it happened by chance. The man that plotted the assassination of several Israeli Jews was confirmed dead by the IDF hours later, that he was in fact killed in the strikes. Watch this report to see the entire sequence of events as they panned out, as confirmed by the IDF.
The man, who Israel identified its #1 target as it launched a fierce counter-offensive in Gaza to avenge the attacks of October 7, 2023, was no easy prey. The man responsible for the most number of Jewish deaths in a single day since the Holocaust continued to evade capture or kill as the Jewish forces went all out against Hamas. The Israeli forces dealt heavy blows on Hamas, taking out its political chief Ismail Haniyeh and military commander Mohammad Daif in precise intelligence-based operations. But Sinwar continued to elude the Jewish forces and magically reappeared every time they thought they had him. As Israel announced the hit on its most wanted on Thursday late evening after a DNA match, the question on everyone's lips was, how did they get to the man who had been giving them the slip all this time? According to a report, the killing of Sinwar happened by chance. The report says the Hamas chief was not hiding in a tunnel surrounded by armed escorts, but went down fighting like a regular foot soldier of the terror group. According to a report, troopers from the Jewish tank and infantry training units fell into a fierce gunfight in Rafah. The Israeli army released real-time drone visuals of a house where a search-destroy operation was in progress. As the visuals picked up an unidentified fighter still alive and standing, the troopers fired again. Thereafter, the trainee troopers broke into the house and realized that the man they took down was none other than Sinwar.